Oh, good morning. This morning's adventure begins at a Love's travel stop. I spent the night in the car last night. Apparently, nobody does. You can stay in their parking lot overnight anymore, except for Love's. So I got permission just to make sure. All right, we are going as simple as absolutely possible this morning. So I'm gonna have my classifier, my pan, my backpack of snacks, and water. There we are, in 2 buckets. That's it. This morning's strategy is really simple. I'm just gonna do a shotgun approach from kind of all over the whole bar. So I actually want to start really high and just see if there's gold up high. Here's my plan. So we've got the river way over here. It's quite a wide bar, as you can see, and there's a little bit of elevation change up here. So I wanted to take a few pans just from here, test them out. You can see somebody was digging, and it may have been just because it was really high water, just to see what's up high and then kind of go across the bar. But I don't want to go in the middle. I'm going to go up towards the front because I know probably more flood golds up towards the front. Since this stuff is so dry, I'm hoping I can dry classify it. That'd be kind of nice for bringing it down to the river. Yeah, that'll work. A pan full of material. Fork phone. I took my mic out for a second. Set my tripod on the edge of the water and just went, face pointed in the water. Mic thing is having issues, but hopefully it's working now. Well, the lesson I learned today is don't drop your phone in the water again. Alright, this first pan is just sand from behind that bush. What did I say? We're at 9 pans, 27 pieces. So. There's nothing in there. A lot of garnets. Tons of garnets. You might be able to see that one. Shiny. 7. Alright, so rule number 1, find an old-timey prospector dude and see what he used to do.
and what he thinks is too old to do now. And if you can figure out the exaggerations, then hopefully you can find good gold. So that last one I found was 14 pieces, so that puts us at 1141, excuse me. Well, I gave my mic one last attempt at using it, and it wasn't connecting right, so I'll just keep it off until I get home and put it in some rice. I think it's a transmitter, so that's what I'm doing. Nice seal. Stuff's nice and loose, but it's also really dry, so you gotta get it mixed in. 50. That puts us at 1450. 1774. That's how many pans to gold spec ratio we're at. So here's what I'm doing next, just for a little test. I noticed a bunch of black sand on the surface here, and I'm just gonna scrape that off. There's quite a bunch of black sand all in here, all through this whole bank here. So we're gonna scrape it and see just real quick. Quack, quack. Okay, I did find one speck, and I had about a quarter of a pan of material. So considering how hard that material is to try to gather, it's not worth it. A cup and a half of material almost. So I'm gonna keep digging over here. Oh, my hip. Okay. What I'm gonna do, like same thing I did yesterday. I've got the hole here. I'm gonna dig in the bottom of the hole and test that material. So I want to see how deep the gold goes, or if it's all just sitting on the surface. All right, 3 more pans. I got 17 specks in those 3 pans, and that was from the deeper area. So I don't need to be afraid to go deep, but I think I'm gonna stick a little more on the surface. The gold was bigger on the surface than it was down in the hole. This is why we test. Also, that puts me at 20 pans, 94 specs. I do want to say I've noticed a lot of holes here at Big Bend, just left, and it doesn't take much to fill in your guys' holes. So I know the river floods and moves it all around, yada yada, all the stuff, but if we're leaving holes all over the place, it just doesn't look that good. So fill in your holes, guys. Learn a new trick. Say you're an old guy, there's a young guy bothering you while you're digging holes and looking for gold. You just go, I used to find gold over there, tons of it, you should check. And then the young guy will go all jumpy around, oh, I'm gonna go check that out. I'm not saying that's what happened to me, but it'd be effective. All right, here's an update. I'm at 24 pans, 157 specks. So we are catching up. That pan had 23 specks in it, which is the most that I've found so far. This spot I'm digging, I just had, it was a 3/4 pan, you know, the empty bucket, end of the bucket, had 26 pieces in it. So I'm at 26 pans, 198 specks. So I'm gonna keep digging up here Okay, according to my math, if I get 20 in each pan in here, should have 60 pieces of gold just in this one bucket. Let's hope. Ew, bubbles. All this job is cleaning rocks and getting metal out of the river. Like a trash pickup. Yeah, get that one. All right, 242 pieces, 29 pans, and I have 1 hour left. Now that averages, I think, to 8.3 something. So we are well above 7, which is awesome. But I've got 1 hour left. I'm gonna go to the end of the bar down here because I bet not many people dig down there, and I just wanna see what I dig up. And if I don't dig up that much, I'll just come right back to my plant over here and keep on digging behind it because I'm getting more than 20 specks of pan digging up here. I have randomly selected this bush. I'm way at the end. There's a nice pile of cobbles in there and behind there too, so I'm gonna dig it out and see if there's gold in there. The killdeer are saying, "Hey, don't step on my nest," to which I say to you, "Yes, ma'am." I haven't actually seen their nest, but I see one sitting. Bet you there's a nest right there. Oops, sorry. Maybe not, he's just sitting down, he or she. They have their nests on the ground, and their eggs are the same color as the rocks. So that you gotta really watch so you don't step on them when you're walking. Took a pan from that spot, one tiny speck. So I'll probably be leaving this spot for sure. Here, crawdad. Can you see him? Boop, boop. I dared to venture out into the wild and got attacked by a vicious hole that had no gold in it. I'm going back to that other spot. That was a good spot. Today's final tally, 306 pieces of gold, 35 pans. Not bad at all. We're gonna get it home, get it all cleaned up, including yesterday's stuff as well, the 2 previous videos. Hopefully we can get a weight on it. Hopefully it's enough to weigh. And then we'll see how much I made in 12 hours of digging at Big Bend in Denver. We'll see you at home. Yeah, also, if you're wondering, 35 pans in 5 hours in the morning, that doesn't seem like very much. I could have done more, you know, but I was talking to people and I was having fun and having a good time. So it's not all about working hard, okay? Goodbye, Big Bend. It's been real. Time to go home to the family. Here's all the gold from both days. Nicely piled up. I'll get it dried out, see if we can get a weight on it. There's a dime per scale.
I've got all the gold back. I've got it cleaned up nicely. So we're gonna weigh it. Hopefully we can get a weight. I think we have enough to get a weight. Here's my nice pile, and I am going to hopefully not drop any of this. We got our scale tared off. Now's the time to leave your comments. What are we gonna be at? Was it enough to register? Looks like it was less than 1/100th of a gram. So if you do the math, we'll just be really generous and we'll average it up to 1/100th of a gram. The value of that is a little bit over $1 at the moment. So if you do the math on that, $1 divided by 12 hours, that's a lot of work for about 8 cents an hour. But it was a lot of fun. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. This is a reality of gold prospecting. You don't always get rich, but I did learn a lot about Big Bend in specific areas. It has a little bit more gold and stuff, and that's why you need force multipliers. We'll see you later. Bye.